So I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna take a quick detour from politics. My wife kind of made me aware of this one, and I used to write for this site called Blackworthy, dealing with cultural stuff like that. So I actually like these type of topics. Um, Appeals court rules that an employer can ban dreadlocks at work. All right, let's see what they say. A 3-0 ruling came down on September 15th when the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals upheld a claim from the 2014 ruling that said racial discrimination had to be based on characteristics that didn't change and hairstyles didn't qualify as immutable. So essentially the thought was, well, you can change your hairstyle, and because you can change your hairstyle, then your employer can tell you to change their hairstyle. Okay. I mean, yeah, but why? Like, I think that's the root of it. So, look, corporations are machines driven for the sake of profit. And at the end of the day, they're not democracies, they're dictatorships. So take that part first. Second part is the slightly more offensive. And I can understand completely why she brought that lawsuit, and I can kind of even understand why whites might not get it. The underlying thought of it is, why do you need to change the dreads? What's wrong with them? So they're essentially saying that dreads are ugly. I mean, that's the root of it. I mean, it's essentially saying you need to change it. They get raggedy, and we don't necessarily want you walking around here like a pickaninny. But how do you know they're going to get raggedy? You can't deal with that situation when you get to it. I mean, do you have to really just assume that all dreads are going to be raggedy and be ugly? Frankly, I don't think dreads are ugly. I've seen some people who let their dreads go, but I've also seen some absolutely stunning dreads on women. Hell, my barber, he's had dreads for God knows how long, and bros were awesome. I don't like this feeling of this blackness being denigrated to some degree. So I can have a business and say, I don't want any perms. I don't want any ponytails. I don't want perms or ponytails or afros. I mean, come on, man. This gets ridiculous. Why are we doing this? Nobody ever will say the contrary. Like, nobody will say, yeah, I don't want any blondes here. That conversation would never even come up. Nobody would consider blonde as being a negative. But dread, in this case, is being considered a negative. And as a negative, they had to literally bring it to court to say, look, it's not a negative. It's a principle of our heritage to some degree. Hell, my hair naturally goes that way. And of course, no. That company can tell you that you cannot wear dreads because dreads are ugly, as opposed to the other hairstyles that are perfectly okay. That sucks, by the way. I mean, from a personal standpoint, and from having a wife that deals with natural hair, and having an ex that used to deal with natural hair, that sucks. That has nothing to do with her ability to do her job. That has nothing to do with her ability. Hell, you don't even know if her dreads are going to be raggedy. You don't know. You didn't give her a chance. I mean, you're willing to be this blunt up front without any evidence of anything. Oh, dreads are ugly. No, fuck that. No, dreads are horrible. So what will be the hedge to have that conversation when that conversation was needed? You damn sure didn't have an issue having it down. I don't like this at all. And, yeah, I get it. They want to play with some kind of legal definition. Fine. At the root of it is nasty, man. Dreads are ugly. And, my wife made this point, too. As African Americans, we've kind of internalized Western traits. Like, so for us, you know, hair was nappy, or it was good hair. I remember that was being one of those big things. In this case, I guess the good hair will be the hair that was not dreaded. Look, man, that should not be an issue. And again, if it's one of those issues, you deal with it at the point where it's an issue, not day one in the office. Yeah, you need to change that. Change that. That's horrible. Come on. Come on, let's get past this, dude. Alright. Thanks, guys.